Kermit thinks your videos suck. They don't suck. They're in development. Well, that's why nobody watches your videos. I really don't understand what you're saying. Well, your videos suck. No, Kermit, they don't. Yes, they do. No, they don't. Yes, you should never make videos again. No, I'm gonna make videos. Well, why? Well, because I can. Well, you shouldn't. I'm going to anyway. That's it. That's end of discussion. No. That's the end of discussion. Oh boy. This is gonna be a long one. Let's go ahead and start. I can't believe I'm doing this. iPhone 10! Is it iPhone 10? That's what we're talking about now. I've heard way too many things about the iPhone 10, and they're all from users that are on and off of the phone. But what about somebody who only uses this phone? They don't use anything else other than this phone for almost a year now. We are, let's see, it is July, so August, September, October, November. So 4 months away from a year. And I want to give my take on the iPhone 10, nobody else's take, my take on the iPhone. Because I've just heard a lot of things that were right and not necessarily wrong, just different about the phone. So I just really wanted to say what it's been like for me personally. Coming at number 1, the phone's never been slow. I've had moments where I really wanted to put the phone down, and I have, but I've never stopped using it as a first device. And based off of those who I've talked to personally about the phone, it's never been, oh, this phone has not worked out for me. It's more or less been, oh, I don't know how to use it, or the home button, I really missed that home button. Can I have my home button back? I wish I never got the iPhone 10. And then others got a lot of bugs with the iPhone. I have too. So what about the build quality? So here's the second thing about the iPhone 10. What people don't talk about is the millions of scratches that come on this phone. I'm not saying it's scratch resistant, and I'm not saying that it scratches super easily, but I will say that this is kind of a, hey, fix this, and a, hey, this is pretty nice. So on the pretty not nice aspect is you get a lot of scratches easily. When I take my cases off often, so I can put on a different one depending on my mood, depending on my outfit, and depending on where I'm going. Edge of the phone on the back side of the glass towards the charging port, there are all these little tiny scratches and this white line that's just formed there that won't go away. And that's been rubbing on and off the case, I think, but also if you put it on top of your kitchen counter, it just slides just enough to where you can scratch it, and that's pretty frustrating. It's magic. Is it actually magic though? Probably not. It's mainly on the glass. It's not really anywhere else. On the glass right here on the edges, if you slowly rub your finger on it, you can definitely feel that. Why can I stop getting these random text messages? This is the worst. This is the worst time to get a text. Anyway, but so these little scratches on it, it's you can only feel it And then if you're in like a very, very bright light, it's even then it's hard to see it. But you have to be in just the right lighting to see them. And what's nice is that when your screen is on, you can't see any of it. So it kind of like, it's there, but it's not noticeable unless you're looking for it. And I gotta say, that's a whole lot better than getting one little scratch and noticing it than getting several and not noticing any of them. But of course, I'm a big phone person, I'm gonna notice it. So, with the iPhone X though, I've seen the YouTube videos of the drop tests. This phone drops, it breaks, and people are very sad. I've dropped my phone without a case, and it hasn't broken yet. And that is going along towards what I was saying before with the build quality, that this is actually a really good build. And I'm really happy with it. The only issues I've ever experienced with this iPhone is the fourth thing I want to get to with what other YouTubers are saying. And that is, hands down, the software. So a lot of this was in iOS 11. It's towards developers for the iOS apps that I'm seeing the most issues with. So whenever I had issues with the iPhone X when it came to software, it always led down to Twitter, YouTube, and third-party messaging apps. Those were the most applications frequently that I had issues with. And what I mean by issues, I mean like text would sometimes be on the very top of the phone, and like the bar for the app would be like right here. For YouTube, the home button bar would be like stuck on the side and you could not get out of it. Like if you like tried to slide up, it would just go to the notification center or it wouldn't do anything. So the only way to get out of it was to slide on the top, which would bring the notification center down on the side. Click on timer, just anything, just any notification, and you can get out of it. No, I'm not going to talk about all the issues that I was experiencing because I pretty much summed up the big ones for me. But none of it brought down to usability. Until number 5. This is the 5th thing about the iPhone that I think that YouTubers kind of like glanced over and didn't get into quite deeply. And then again, this is for a like, this is the only phone I'm using user type experience. So let's go ahead and get into this part, which is my favorite part, the battery life. So my performance of the battery is not 100%, and I haven't even had the phone for a year. Which I can understand because, you know, you plug it in, you make sure it's charging. But here's another thing about the battery. When I used a Apple charger, or if I used a wired charger, like a direct plug-in, my battery life was worse. When I used the Mophie wireless charger, the one that I had that YouTube review a few months ago, my battery life got better. And the performance got better, and how long it lasted got better. So everything was just improved just because I used wireless charging. Now this was a completely different quote that I got from my coworkers at work, different from YouTubers, different from reviews, and different phones based off of the wireless charging that they can do. It's all been different that, hey, if you use wireless charging, it actually kills your battery. But that hasn't been the case at all as long as I use the Apple certified wireless charger. And I think that is kind of why the battery life got better, because I wasn't using something that was like third party for my daily charger. That I was using something that was not only recommended, but something that was certified by Apple. So maybe that's why my battery life got better. What are you doing? Come here. Walter, come here. It's a kitty! I'm gonna be doing the rest of the review. Hello. Hello. I use a Walter. But the battery life got so much better. It's so much better. Yes, I like the battery. My name is Walter, and I like the battery now. Goodbye. I can get on to the rest of my review. Would I recommend the iPhone X? Yes. Would I say it's perfect? No. Would I upgrade? in September or November, whenever the next iPhone comes out? Probably. The reason why? I like to have the latest tech. Yes, I am a Apple sheep. And then I want to see what new technology brings to us. I think that the iPhone's coming later this year. It's not going to be just about the display, and it's not going to be just about what Apple can do, but I think that it's going to be more or less about what the future of smartphones is going to lead to. And that could be anything. And I'm intrigued to see what new features come with the iPhone. Maybe it'll be the same as iPhone, just a bigger size, or maybe there'll be triple cameras in the large model. The amount of rumors and amount of leaks that have come out for the phone, it's hard for me to make videos on because it's always changing, and I'm just more interested to see what's going to happen with the lead product. When that comes out with the WWDC, blah. When that video comes out, or when that conference comes out, and we finally have a start date for this conference, or we have the official leaks from Apple with the phone, I can talk about those. But I just think that it's this big hype for the phone, and from what I've seen, about 70% of it is right, so I get really, really excited about it. But I think it's worth watching the rumors from Pocket Now Daily, from Brian Tong's new YouTube channel, and Everything Apple Pro. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you later. How does MKBHD do that? He like does he like click a button? Like how? Okay, I don't get it. Hand here. Here's the button. Here we go.